rebuilding the Orlando Magic with Tim Duncan, T-Mac, and Grant Hill. Now, you may be wondering, what is this? This is going to be a career submission over 6 years or so with this team. But I'm going to try to keep this team together as long as I can. Extend contracts after, do all the other stuff. The thing is, Grant Hill's like 30. Uh, Although I'm not too sure if this is accurate. This is actually just pretty accurate. He was 22 when he came to he's 30 now. Graham obviously had a bunch of injuries at this point in his career. He got injured quite a lot. That's why you see as well a massive fall off from 25 points to 13. And then T Mac is here because T Mac averages like 40 usually. He's averaging 25 points going on season. He averaged 26 on very good shooting. Um, One of the things that doesn't get talked about is Tim Duncan could have been a Orlando Magic. Now you're wondering why I say that because there is an article that you can go read online. If you go just look up Tim Duncan Magic. Here I'll read the little story here. In the summer of 2000, free agent Tim Duncan nearly left the San Antonio Spurs to join the Orlando Magic, where he would have formed a big three with Grant Hill and T-Mac. The deal fell through largely because then Magic coach Doc Rivers refused to allow family members on the team playing, a deal breaker for Duncan, who prioritized family. Popovich and Daryl Robinson quickly met with Duncan, reinforcing the Spurs' family-friendly accommodation and culture, leading him to re-sign the San Antonio Spurs. Now, you may be asking, how did I get this idea? There's a lot of videos on this topic, and well, funny enough, Terrence Ross, yes, the 2016, I think, dunk contest winner. I hope I don't get that wrong. Um, 2013 slam dunk contest. My fault. I'm sorry, T. Ross. The 2014 slam dunk contest winner actually gave me an idea. He's like, you should do a if Tim Duncan was the Orlando Magic. I asked him during the stream. Tim was Ross. You probably won't see this, but thank you very much for the idea. Appreciate it a lot. Let's get to the rebuild. We're gonna have a starting five of Daryl Armstrong, T. Mac, Grant Hill, and Andrew, because they're not gonna sign Sean Camp. Although they do have Camp, who's probably be a better center than. Doc Rivers has no. That's crazy. Doc Rivers has no coaching, and I ain't gonna lie, he's really bad. I'm actually gonna fire him, bro. He's like weirdly bad. Alright, hold on. I'm just gonna put this Orlando Magic one in real quick. Give me a second. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. No. I listen to Orlando Magic song sometimes, bro. It's such a funny song to listen to. Oh yeah, I'm turning injuries off. Did that Damian Road one? It kind of ruined the end of it. At the end of it. So yeah. This team could be really solid. I kind of hope it is, cause like, here's the thing, like about this team, they like were solid because they had T Mac who usually averaged like 30 at the time. This team is really good, but I think mainly due to like okay, let's see, Grant Hill's averaging 13, T Mac's averaging 32. I'm not shocked, and Tim Duncan's averaging 20. On 4 blocks per game though. Holy shit. And then they're ending up starting Sean Kemp. So his team isn't great, but they're not like badly like bad, I guess you could say. Balance actually probably works out in their favor. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. His team's pretty alright though. They're like they can kinda contend. I don't think they have a first round pick this year. Although if they do, I will go look into it. No, one of the interesting things about the Orlando Magic's history is they haven't really been the luckiest when it comes to the draft. They've had some pretty solid draft picks, like Mike Miller is a really solid one, but that class was fucking terrible. No disrespect, that 2000 draft class, I think I'm getting the right draft class right, was one of the worst draft classes I've ever read about. On top of everything else, they got Dwight Howard, who was a really nice pickup for them. But besides Dwight and Paulo and Franz Wagner, you can't really think of any better draft picks they've had. And fun fact, T. Ross is a former Orlando Magic, so credit for him. He won it on Toronto. He won the dunk contest on Toronto. But, he's not bad. He's a very solid basketball player, and I just found out he was retired. He retired a few years ago, and I just found that out. So that's kind of interesting to read about. Now, this team is the best team in the league right now. I'm not too shocked. This team should be really solid in the sim. They're like people quite a bit of money, but we're 52 and 15, assuming they won't trade away Grant Hill. They may trade away Grant Hill. They probably won't, though. At least hopefully they don't. I mean, even then, I guess you can just have a big three of Grant Hill, who's a little old, T-Mac, and Tim Duncan, who's like 26. Kobe Bryant's going to win MVP. Rookie year, Yao Ming, Marcus Fisher, Ben Wallace. Get used to seeing this. Ricky Davis, Matthew Stafford, Michael Stafford. And we're going to go sim the first round. We should be able to beat this Nets team, and we do it very easily, which is very good. Sweep, sweep. We're sweeping our way to the finals versus the Timberwolves, who have Troy Hudson, Anthony Peeler, Wally Zerbeck, Kevin Garnett, and Rocco Nerovic. I think that's an actual player. So that's not an AI generated player or anything. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, Game 5. There's some Game 6 here. Game 7. Interesting. And they're already blowing them out. So we'll get to watch one of the first NBA championships. So Tim Duncan ended up winning like 4 championships. About that area. I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. I want to jump in for the last 10 seconds or so. Here we'll jump in for the last 14 seconds, we'll jump in for the last like 14 seconds and, do a little bit. I'll go get a shout T-Mac real quick, hold on. T-Mac is 30? Holy shit. T-Mac. Oh shit, I was too far out. The Orlando Magic will win the 2003 NBA Championship? Yeah. 2003 NBA Championship. Yo, that stuff I did yesterday, bro, with Bosch. I'm surprised he played that long, dude. He played till he was 40. But I just know Bosch retired in like 2016, 2017. Like, that's shocking. He played till 2023. He probably would have played for longer, bro. That's the crazy part about that. Sean Kemp wins the championship on that bad contract he's on. Mike Miller, I forgot they drafted Miller, and he's a free agent this season. I don't know if they're gonna sign him or not. Tim Duncan's gonna win Finals MVP. Very late. T-Mac at 38. Tim Duncan at 23. Grant Hill at 18. 4 blocks by Grant Hill. Wow, not Grant Hill. Tim Duncan. Oh, T-Mac retirements. Stockton's gonna retire. Scottie Pippen. Chris Dunley, Grant Long. Anybody interesting here? Michael Jordan's retiring. Rodman. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is the free agent class where I load in because Rodman's a free agent in real life at this time. But David Robinson didn't retire yet. I think he played like one more season or something. John Stockton. Patrick Ewing gets his jersey retired by Knicks. Melo should get his jersey retired as well. Probably won't be a Knick in this one, but you know. So 25% chance to get the first pick, and they fell down to 3. Okay. They fell all the way down to 3. That's interesting. So do we even have a pick? We have the 29th pick. Alright. We could probably get some decent player from that point. First pick, LeBron's going to Nuggets, Bosch, Melo, D Wade, TJ Ford. The Bulls are trading the 6th pick for Sam Cassell, alright. Chris Kaman, Michael Petrus, Jose Cadero. Seahawks are trading the pick for, Kirk Heinrich, Boris Diaw. This 2 first-round picks. Alright, Marquise David, Carlson. The Nets are trading their pick for, the Magic moved up and got Kyle Korver. Alright. They moved up and got Kyle Korver, Jose Alvarado. We're also going to take Steve Blake. That's actually not a bad pick at all, but So we trade corners. Okay, this is interesting. I'm trying to get to my pick here. We're trading the pick for Gordon and Earl Watson. Okay. Troy Whitehead, that's right, I can have. And Brian Cook, who actually, I guess, was a gold card. He has a gold card on my team. Why are we signing a 60, but we're not signing him? I don't know. We did get. Oh, we offered. Oh, we traded up. We got Kurt Heinrich and Corver, so now we actually have a point guard. Perfect. That's actually a very good draft from us. To our guys who did not have a pick at first. We're getting rid of Daryl Armstrong, so that's interesting. I don't think we're actually gonna sign anybody. I just gonna get on 1 year. Yeah, I don't think free agency's that much special for us. We're actually T Max now at 99, Tim Duncan's now at 97, Mike Miller is an 81. Grant Hill's probably gonna end up moving down to the bench. Yeah, he's like 30 now. I actually could make him a little younger. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make Tim Duncan him 25 because that'll make more sense. There you go. I'll make him above 25. I don't actually want him downgrade that much. That doesn't make sense, I guess. Overall, whatever. It's gonna pack up better. Interesting. So they're gonna find out with one event championship. They need at least get 4 minimum to meet that in real life. The amount of rings that Tim Duncan ended up winning, which was 4. He won one. He won 2. Yeah, he won one. I think he won one in 2010s. I think he won like 1 or 2 in the 2010s. He won 2 this era. Yeah, he won 2 this era and he won 2 last the next era. Okay. Real prospects. There you go. I'm gonna check this scouting report just to make sure. Dwight Ben Gordon. Yeah. Okay, this is pretty accurate. Josh Smith. Yo, Josh Smith actually would not be a bad card. I actually usually get him in when I do these rebuilds. I usually draft him. He falls like the 30. And it's like, what? He falls. You'll see him all the way down to 30, bro. It's like shocking. So he was Kurt. So we got Kurt Kiner at that point. We got T Mac, Tim Duncan, Sean Kemp. We saw Sean Kemp for at least a 1 more year minimum. He had 3 blocks. And Corver's not gonna be playing in the rotation. All right. Man, this guy Paz averaging 14 points per game. It's probably not gonna last, but we got a bunch of young guys. We got, and this guy Gordon, I guess. We got a bunch of young guys. We got Corver, who actually could be pretty solid, and I assume he's a 3-point shooter. Yeah. I don't know if he'll end up playing because we're 13-1. We have the best record in the league, but dude, it's crazy. Like, imagine Grant Hill, T Mac, and Duncan. I mean, defense, besides Duncan, will be a little questionable, but T Mac was usually considered a solid defender, at least. I don't know about Grant Hill, but actually, I think Grant Hill was usually like a solid defender. But T Mac was a pretty solid one. I don't think he ever made an all defensive team. But he was always a solid defender when you like watch him play. It's kind of surprising though. This team's 35-10. They're not the best record in the league. Maybe somebody has a better record. Probably the Lakers. Probably the Lakers or the Pistons. Yeah, I just looked it up on my phone. I was sitting here thinking Timo was a very good versatile defender early in his career. He didn't guard any power forwards like Dirk Nowitzki. Bro, T-Mac was a Nick. I forgot about that. I was watching his podcast. I think it was Jeff Teague on it, and they were Tim Duncan was MVP. Wow. And Defensive Player of the Year. I got Coach of the Year again. Hey, Zach Randolph. No, yeah, I think it was on Jeff Teague's podcast. He was talking about T Mac in a Hawks jersey. Bro, it's, like T Mac being in a Hawks jersey may be the funniest image. Yeah, before departing for China, then later San Antonio Spurs. We barely played on the Spurs. We're about to lose to the what do they have? Oh, they actually have a really solid team. And they got Carlos Boozer. Wow, that's actually really bad. We're gonna one back 3-1 and destroy them. The Kings are in the finals. All right, this is where Mike Bibby and all them get bad. Vade, so they got Vade back for a 1 year deal, I guess. Of course, Weber, Peja Stojakovic, Doug Christie, he's like 34 probably. Then we got Kerwin, T Mac, Grant Hill, Tim Duncan. Alright. Game one, we win. Game two, we win. Game three, we win. Game four, we're gonna go Simcast. Um, dude, we can dominate though. If we can like win another championship, that'd be elite. If this game actually gets close, I'll jump in. Although I don't know if it's gonna get close. No, we are not. We're gonna go back at our home though, and probably destroy them. We're gonna jump in. Dude, I think we have a 10 point lead here. We got good enough. We're not gonna play anything. We're gonna watch. Your Orlando Magic will win their second NBA championship in the 2004 season. Mike Bibby's gonna try to get something here. Back to Vade. Back to Jackson. Jackson for three. No good. Bounces off Corver. Push the bots. Mike Miller's in the game. Oh yeah, they still got Joe Wallace. Three. No shot. Back to Gerald. Back to Daniels for three. No good. That is the season. The Orlando Magic will win the 2004 NBA championship. That's now 2 rings for Tim Duncan and Grant Hill. Very interesting. Very happy, by the way, for his team. Wow. We're just stopping the Kings from getting a championship. Actually, I'm gonna do a rebuild on Kings Monday. That's actually not a bad thought. But the Kings that end up getting kind of robbed in that series versus the Lakers, or heavily robbed. Can't depend how you view it personally. But Tim Duncan's gonna win another Finals MVP. Funny enough, kind of crazy. Magic isn't winning one, or Tim Mac isn't winning any of them. But I do get it though, because Duncan's having usually very early in sim. He had 10 blocks. What the fuck? He had 10 blocks. He also had a quadruple double. That's crazy. But he was a Nick for a while. T Mac, bro, he was a Nick. He went to the Jazz. That's sad. I didn't even know Danny Manning was still in the league. Yo, okay, this isn't right. They just don't give him the year. Yeah, but they don't give this guy the year. It's the 21st pick. He was an okay player, but he just wasn't just like no, just wasn't anything special. Carmelo and Dave Robinson are going to Hall of Fame. Carmelo and D-Rock get their jerseys retired. Um, VA draft lottery. I don't think we have a high pick here. No, we don't. Okay, no, we don't. We don't. We don't. We have a 30 pick. Uh, I think we gotta protect. Yeah, I think we gotta protect our current players. Yeah, so we're protecting most of our guys. Like basically all of them. We're gonna protect Grant Hill. So, NBA draft. I'm gonna just see what I get. What we get. So we're gonna end off on Ben, Roll Ivy, and Sergi. Okay. Not signing this guy. Not signing this guy to a rig. We signed over. I think it was Brian Cook. Kevin Garnett's a free agent there. Interesting. We're gonna sign Wesley Person on a 2 year, and we're gonna re-sign Mike Miller on a 3 year, 30 million. We're not gonna resign any of the big guys. Obviously, I don't think we can. We have the cap there. Team might got worse, I guess. Duncan also got worse. Mike Miller got better. Grant Hill stayed at save 79. So all these guys are 26. Mike Miller is now officially going to be starting small forward. Kurt Edward did not get that much better, but he's kind of he's slightly older type of players. She's not bad, but Corver. Oh, did they lose? No, but no, Corver's right here. No, you know what's funny? I was doing this sim with Corver, and Corver had like 3 weeks. in my set. He had 3 weeks where he averaged 3 blocks per game, and I was like, Corver, you are not known for your defense. Like, nothing against Corver, bro. Corver's one of my favorite sharpshooters of all time, but bro, the fact he was averaging 3 blocks for 3 weeks straight is the most ridiculous thing I've ever looked at. Real prospects, don't thank you. Chris Hodge and Bogus Marvel Danny Granger. Magic got Oriel Ilisova. So Green Hill, we actually have a solid bench. Thing is that guy Blake is still not gonna play. Still gonna win quite a lot of games, but no, it's just crazy because like you're looking at like T Max career, Duncan, who Duncan is a top 5 player in the game, from in my opinion. Like it's just surprising. Because Tim Duncan has such a very elite career. Like he's not considered top 5. I consider him top 5 though, because I think he is a top 5 player. Although his stats are not flash or anything like that. I think the way that Tim Duncan was, multiple MVPs, multiple defensive players, he also has the like perfect resume for a goat. He has rings. He has the 4 rings he got. Actually, no, he has 5 rings. My fault. He has 5 rings. I think Duncan. Yeah, Duncan has 5. I think. Like Duncan, this is the most complete player. Duncan won 5 championships in his 19-year career, 1997 to 2016. Actually, if he played 2017, he would have had 20 years in his NBA career. He won 99, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014. So he only won one. So he won 3 in the same decade. One in 99 and one in 2014. I thought he won 2 in the 2010s. I didn't. He won 1. But, doesn't really change anything. He's very elite. Caesar 19, Duncan going with MVP. Andre Iguodala. I don't know how you. I mean, I guess I don't know how you lose his rights though. Bogans and Michael Stafford, and we won. These are the best team in the league once again. We're gonna win this series probably confidently. Yeah, gentlemen, sleep. We're gonna sweep We're gonna sweep them, and we're gonna go to the finals. First, the win. First, the Nuggets. I think yeah, they got Braun, Rashid, and Camby, Delonte West, Roger Bell, and then they got Nene, Juwan Howard, Ronnie White, Antonio Daniels. Nobody else special, really. Yeah, there's like nobody else that great on the team. So it's confidently probably sweep them. I'm gonna win game one. They're gonna win game two. They're gonna win. We're gonna win game three. We're gonna win game four. We're gonna win game five. We're gonna win a game six. So they just blew a 2-0 lead in the finals to Tim, Hakeem, Duncan. Sean Kemp, Vade, and Hakeem have retired. Very interesting for watching. They're probably gonna get their jersey retired. Wario Brown, Mike D'Antoni. I don't know why Mike D'Antoni always retires. I don't really get it. Mark Aguirre. Alright. Keem's gonna get Duck Hall of Fame, but I don't get this for the 8th time. How do you not retire Hakeem's jersey? Oh no, they did. They did retire. They did retire. Okay, I was actually like confused. I was like, why didn't they retire it? We don't have a top pick in this one, so it'll just be interesting to see what we got. All right, originally draft sign. We get Jawan Williams. We traded our 30th pick. What did we trade it for though? No, we didn't. We didn't get it. Okay, never mind. I thought we traded it. I guess we didn't. Team options. We're not going to sign Stephen Blake, which is kind of a weird one. He's actually starting to finally get into rotation. So he is a little older, to be fair. Um, Qualifying, nobody's steady. We have free agency. We have no center. Shaq is in free agency. We don't have enough for Shaq. I don't really know what we're going to do. Though we're supposed to sign someone in the middle, I guess. We're gonna sign Ethan Thomas as a center and this guy back again. Alright. Interesting free agency. Steve Ingram signed him 2 year. Very interesting for offseason. T Mac gets worse again. I don't really see how, but he gets worse again. Tim Duncan, Mike Miller, Kyle Korver, Grant Hill went up by one again. Ben is finally getting into the rotation as the 30th pick, and he's finally getting into the rotation this year. Actually, almost will start almost over Kirk. Kirk hasn't really got better. Ben hasn't played, but he went all the way up 4 overall somehow. And Steve Blake got better by one. All these other guys got worse though. So we just got a guy, and a lot of guys are on 2 ways. So that's a very interesting one for us here. I guess I'll just go load in 2006 class. I thought they had everybody in it, but I think I'm thinking of a few names that they don't have in the 2006 draft. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in there. I wish I would actually have face cams on the game, bro. Because them having that face y'all thing works very well. Guess I'll cross this, pray. Hopefully it's a right draft class. Ricky George Farm, Brandon Roy Thabu, Paul Millsap, JJ Redick, or Marcus Aldridge. This seems, yeah, this is a pretty right. This is a pretty right draft class. That'll be interesting what we gotta do. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do something real quick. Oh, wait, they'll resign Matthew Stafford. Why do I keep going on Matthew Stafford? I've been watching a bunch of NFL lately. I keep going on Matthew Stafford instead of Stafford. I don't care. It's the same thing. They're currently 27-8. Pretty solid at least. So you guys at the dead one. I didn't even know that. I went to go look outside, and they're putting a ramp on our stairs because a lot of other personal stuff I don't want to talk about on YouTube. But very interesting. I didn't know they were doing that. I thought they were doing something else. Had a little bit of congestion lately, but I'm all right then. We're 46-10. We'll probably end the season like 60-10. Hopefully, at least we can hopefully win most of our games here. At most, maybe 60-13. I don't see us losing more than 3 games. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay, never mind. I don't see us losing more than 4 games. How about that? That sounds a little better. We're actually losing. We're actually winning quite close games. I had that one against the Celtics, which we got kind of blew out. We're 16-13 though. I think at this isn't the best record in the way. We actually lost the last 2 games. Duncan wins another championship. Andrew Bogut's the rookie of the year. He's probably the first pick. No, the fifth pick. Boris Dio, AK-47. Jameer Nelson, Stafford. We're gonna sweep the Boston Celtics in round 1. We're gonna sweep the Bucks, and we're probably gonna sweep Philly. Yep, we did. No, we're this is the finals I actually wish we had. Kobe and Shaq versus T-Mac and Duncan. Very interesting. I don't think they have that good of a team. They had so much Barker. Kobe probably hates him. Marvin Harrison, who's probably decently young. Eric Snow, he's like old, and yeah, that team really is not good. And then the Magic obviously have Kirk, T Mac, Mike Miller, Tim Duncan, Ethan Thomas, Kyle Korver, Grant Hill. Which are other guys? They were pretty good. Game 1 we're gonna win. Game 2 we're going to lose. Game 3 we're going to win. Game 4 in Game 5. I'm gonna jump in here if I can. I need to grab an image for the cover. I'll jump in here real quick. Then I'll also send the rest. I need to get a photo of Tim Duncan. Actually, I need to get a photo of Timmy D. Yeah, I'll just take that. Need a foul real quick. I just need to play a little bit. I'm only playing a bit. I'm not playing much. Holy! Damn, I made that. Wow. Oh, that's a good photo. That's such a good photo. I think this is pretty solid way for a photo. Okay. Alright. I just need a photo for the cover, y'all. My bad. I just need a photo for the cover of the video. Alright, so Team back at 30, Duncan at 33, Corver at 23 on 5-3. It's very elite series. We're gonna win another NBA championship. That should be like our fourth ring we win. Messi President gonna retire. That should be our fourth ring, probably. Like third ring, maybe. Four championship. Okay, no. This is our fourth. Tim Duncan already has 5. So if he gets one more, he's gonna get to Jordan level. Which would probably be interesting. That's kind of funny. We're gonna get to drink Mike Hall. We don't own our first round pick. We're not gonna be signing Jared Williams. We're signing all of our guys though on the team options. And we're gonna have money. We're gonna have at least a little bit of money probably. Not probably much, but maybe a little bit. We do need a shooting guard, and we're gonna take that by signing a power forward and a center. Alright. We kind of need a shooting guard. So we're gonna say Wesley Person is 35 and Malik Rose as a backup. Interesting free agency. Didn't really do too much on it, but you can't really expect too much from this game's pay and all of these other guys who are actually going to be expiring this season. Yeah, so I'm not going to let that happen. Probably not. Yeah, at least not. No. I'm actually going to keep this team together as long as I can. Set these guys to 5 years, so. There you go, 5 years. These guys, it also increases our money, by the way, if you're curious. It does also increase our money quite a bit. I don't know what Grant's gonna make. 98 million. He actually making more than Duncan. I don't know if I like that, but you know they should be fine. They're on our 5 year deal, so hopefully we can make some money. So 2007, I'm not gonna let a graph class in for these ones because sometimes I get the graph classes wrong. I'm gonna do one for Gerald Depot though, because Oladipo isn't really in 2K this year. Don't really know why. Because he just played a game a few weeks, so like a few months ago back. Like it was like preseason game, but you know it counted. Picked Oladipo really good. That's why he was catching in this massage thing. That should kind of look nice on him. Anyway, that's what T Mac should do. T Mac, not T Mac. Oh, actually, that's not bad. T Mac or Terrence Ross should get a chiropractor. I don't know. Just all that dunk can probably make your body sore. I don't dunk. At least not often. I don't do it that often. I like dunking. I don't do it often though. Did they never sign that coach? Because I have to do all the persistent. Oh no, they signed up. Okay. So we're 9-3. We're not really having the greatest start, which is a little concerning. We should still be a pretty solid playoff team, though. I am gonna increase the minutes. I don't know if that's actually contributing, but I probably should increase the minutes. T Mac, you're actually getting hurt quite a bit. 28 points. You're averaging 11. You're just your first year in the league actually playing. Since yeah, you're playing 2 years later. You're a third pick. Mike Miller's actually not having that great of a season. Duncan's averaging 23 though. He's probably gonna take that all up more. 6 points on bad shooting. Corver's shooting almost still pretty solid away at least. Grail's on the bench. He isn't playing because they got Mike Miller here. Kirk Heinrich, who's actually not been that good, weirdly. He's not really been that great during the slam. He's actually assisted I went down. I'm actually gonna start playing Steve. I'm not gonna start playing Steve Blake. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna start playing Steve Blake. We actually don't have a backup center. Most of our bench is considered of centers. We're not really playing one. So we actually may need to execute this to a 10 man. Although I don't really want to do that because yeah, we're the Forbes here. We're not even that great right now. It's weird because we're in 2007 and I'm gonna try to make this go to 2013 at least. I want to see if I can get like 11 rings maybe. Get those rings. We're 28 and 14. We're the third best team in the league according to the power ranking. Which I would say we're with a burst. We have a big three that is a very dominant big three with a pretty decent supporting cast of guards, shooters. A lot of those other things that teams kind of wish they had it during this era when shooting it was still becoming a new thing mainly. But shooting became a major thing like 2010 for Curry. I think Curry made 3-point shooting as big as it is now. That's all I take. But yeah. Chemistry is really up very high. We're 51-16. We didn't. I don't think we did any trades. At least I'd hope we didn't. No. We traded Earl Thomas for Derek Fisher, though, which is, I guess, okay, whatever. I'm actually am going to make these guys touchables. Yeah, I don't want to trade those guys. Those guys are supposed to be untouchables. Very interesting. We're now the best team in the league. Hoping we can keep that down, though we just suffered 2 losses in a row. We're going to keep that down. We're going to get the best team in the league. Braun is going to win an MVP averaging 30. Andrew Bargiani. Boris Owens another 6-man averaging 13 points per game. Braun was Defensive Player of the Year. Nate Robinson is going to win Most Improved. Matthew Stafford and Jason Taylor, the Los Angeles Lakers, are the best team in their conference. We're going to win game. We're going to win this. We're going to sweep the Hawks. And we lose to the Detroit Pistons. I'm not playing this game. We are going to lose to the Detroit Pistons that have Ben Wallace, Bosh, Torian Prince, Kevin Martin, and Chauncey Billups. They actually have a really solid team here. Jay Williams, Steven Jackson. Yeah, this actually could be like one of the bigger big threes I could be a little concerned about. Andrew Botte is pretty young. They have their team's really good too. They got Tony Parker, D Wade, Hito Turco, Jermaine O'Neal, Ellen Brand, Eric Dampier, Travis Best, Tony Delk, Wang Zizi. They don't really have that great of a team though, so we will not make the playoffs. We'll make the finals for the first time this year. Daniel Wesley's gonna retire, so he was kind of a waste of a signing because he didn't even play. End up playing. Allen Iverson retired like a few years before this, but get him out while you can. History changes. I don't think there's anything too interesting here. Just the logos and all that other stuff. Well, draft lotteries. I don't. We actually own our picks this year, so we can actually draft somebody solidly. We're gonna end up grabbing the 30th pick. Not gonna get our coach, and we're gonna sign to the rookies. We are going to sign Anthony Tolliver. Okay. We're gonna accept his team option, and we're gonna re-sign Kyle Korver, and we're gonna sign Kurt. We're going to let Stephen Blake go. All right, that was a little bit of a waste of a pick. Braun's in free agency. That's interesting. Braun is going to be in free agency. We're going to sign Daryl Collins. I guess it's not a bad pickup. We're signing a bunch of guys on a 1-year deal, thankfully. So those guys aren't going to be that on this thing wrong. Just signed like 3 power forwards, so. And we're going to sign Kurt Einberg on a 2-year. Corver, we are going to match his deal. And we're going to sign Sasha, I guess, for shooting presence. Alright. An interesting free agency at most. So the thing is, these guys are about to be all 30. They're about to be all 30. Grant Hill got worse again. His athleticism went down to a C. And his shooting either, guys. So actually, Graham's really not that good now. Derek Fisher didn't really get worse. And the rest of the team did obviously get worse. Although Tim Duncan will probably be still pretty alright. Because I am going to upgrade Tim Duncan's model. Because at this point, he's a little, what is it? Oh, I didn't even know he wore a headband. T-Mac. Can you update T-Max? Probably not. No. Okay. Um, I don't really know what to do. I guess we'll keep going. They already won 4 championships, 5 championships almost. So, you know, maybe they can get away with it. Because if they can, that's elite. So we're gonna lose our first 4 games. Wow, we lost our first 4 games. Actually, maybe bad this year. We're starting off with a very losing record. What is happening? T-Mac has to be going off. Yeah, T-Mac's going off very elite shooting. He does have a shooting turns, but he's going off elite. Duncan's very good. Mike Miller, what are you doing? I need to go see stats, actually. I can't trade anybody, but, 25, 29, 16, 9. You're not really passing the ball that much, actually. Uh, you're playing you're only averaging a block. Actually, T-Mac's actually almost averaging more blocks than he does. Corver's doing okay. He's doing this on 43% of the field. Who is bad? Grant Hill? You're averaging 8 points. That is actually kind of bad. You are averaging 8 points. Ben, you're okay. You're averaging assist, but 7 points. Your Oliver should not have really played as much as he has. So very interesting. Don't really know what we're trying to do here. I guess I'm gonna shut it back down to Neyman though. 20 bench just really isn't that great. Wardell's having an okay season. Not great though. He's like actually 9 points per game. Um, we're actually winning a lot of our games, so now we're actually coming back in the conference, which that is the best thing honestly I can have to us. What can I say that we proceed to lose 3 games in a row? Bro, like, what are we doing? T-Mac had 40 in this game. What the fuck? T-Mac had 40 this season. Points 50. Dirk scored 57. Ray out. So the most threes made. Big Petrus made 7. And then Morrison attempted 12 apparently. I got 26. 26 free throws attempted. He made 19 of them. How do you miss 20? How do you only make 19 of the 26 free throws you got? You are a foul merchant. Anyway, 25 and 17. We're the 5th seed. I think we're gonna need the actual center though. That's the one thing we are lacking right now is the actual center. Because we have 2 guys that are like 74 overalls. And they can't play defense really. We should be able to win with 34 and 25. 35 and 26. So we have a good enough record to make the playoffs, bare minimum. So that's a positive. I mean, it's just debatable to see this team being in this kind of state. They're 47-30. Like, they're not bad. Like, Bosch going MVP. That's like the first time I think I've ever seen a win MVP. Kitty averaged 23. Braun, Bynum, then Brand. Alright, so we didn't really do much this year. We were the 4th seed. We can at least make it out of the first round. And we're gonna beat the Knicks. No, we blew a 3-1 lead. We pulled a oh, Real just won 5. Okay, we did not win. PJ Brown retires. Interesting. Don't really care. Gary Payne. Gary Payne. Alright. The draft lottery. We wasn't here, so that's interesting to us, I guess. Magic will get the 24th pick. Assuming we don't trade the pack like idiots. D-Rush, Russ, DeAndre Jordan, Michael Beasley, kind of love. The Heat are trading for Mike Bibby and Joe Green. That's actually two role players who could be used. Trade announced. They're trading for Chris Webber. All right, that's an interesting one. They traded Chris Webber. Trade announced. Raptors are trading for George Hill, who they just. Okay. Hornets trading Gordon Dragic. Okay, I guess that didn't make much sense of a trade, but all right. The new Gallinari. I thought Philly was doing a trade on Magic doing a trade. The Nuggets are trading for Joel and Jarek Anderson, Roy Hibbert. All right. Hopefully we actually take a center. That's the one thing I hope we take a center. Take a center. Take a center. Just take a center. Yeah, that's not really who I wanted us to take, but we took a center, I guess. Um, I don't know how D-Rose only at 79. He's won 2 MVPs, y'all. Are we going to actually sign an interesting guy? Because I don't really want us to sign a bum. Take Vladimir or Vladimir? We're take Vladimir for 1 year on a team option. We're going to sign Jeff, I guess. That's our free agency. Duncan got worse. T-Mac got worse. Grant Hill got even worse. Vladimir is still alright, I guess. Yeah, center got worse. Alright, so we're actually like just lacking a actual center. Anthony Tolliver is our best center right now. That's not old. We may be cooked. We don't actually have a center. Like an actual center. We don't have that now. That's really bad. Especially if you can't actually have a center for once. Like, that's terrible. Alright, let's see. Not Foster. He doesn't even average a block. We're playing somebody who doesn't even average a block, bro. I guess. I guess it works. I don't know. We're in 2008, really joints end. So from 2003, no, 2002 to 2010 it'd be. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. We're trying to contend, but we're also drafting terrible centers that are not going to play in the rotation. Unless they go out here and sign Dwight Howard, I guess. That's not a bad thought, but I don't see him doing it. I actually may let Grant Hill go, but that's also be like the most pointless meeting. Although I think people are more focused on T Mac and Tim Duncan than Grant Hill and Tim Duncan. Trade deadline. Are we going to do anything? No, because I don't control. I control T Mac. I control air. I don't know. I control air, I guess. It's the only thing I can actually control. Yo, I just opened my phone case, but I'm trying to clean it. It's like actual. Uh, it's so dirty. It's so dirty, bro. Oh, that's so weird. It's like weirdly dirty. We're 53-29. We're gonna end up season on 53-29, which isn't terrible, I guess. That's not bad. I can't get my head wrapped around that, bro. LeBron, Day Rose, Bargiani's gonna win 6-man. LeBron, no defensive player of the year. George Karl and Stacey. The Bobcats were the best team in the NBA. We are the 4th seed, and we're gonna lose in round 1 to the Bucks. The Bucks. Brandon Roy wins the championship. All right. Any interesting guys? Um, I think Magic wise, no. I draft water here. You're still probably about the exact same as last year. And we're going to get the 28th year. We're the second. We're the third best team in the league apparently, but we fell down to round 1. Steph Curry, James Harden, DeMar Blake, Brandon Jennings, Omar Caspi, Ricky Rubio, Drew Holiday, Tyreek Evans. The Dallas are trading the pick for David Anderson. I don't even know who that is. George Hill, Jordan Hill, I guess. Okay. Sam Young, Jordan Meeks, Jeff Teague. Fell that far. They're trading it for Antoine Jameson. DeMar Carroll. Okay. We're in interesting territory. They're trading it for Troy Hudson. All right. That's not bad, I guess. Joe Ingles. All right. This draft was so weird, bro. Come as watching us, and we took Leon Pierce. We took another mid center over Wesley Matthews. He was in this league. We took it over Wesley Matthews. Okay, bro. I just don't know what we're doing. We're taking a 71 overall center. That's probably not gonna be good. We're declining his team option despite him having. Actually, it wasn't that great. Never mind. Um, we're not going to resign Anto. We're going to try to resign Kurt Heinrich, though. I guess that's all right, bro. Kurt Heinrich. Like, I guess the best guy we have signed is Kurt Heinrich in the offseason. The best guy we have signed is Anthony Tolliver. I don't know, bro. What do we do? I don't know. We declined his option to sign on a minimum. That makes sense. Vladimir, we're gonna take Tiago Splitter. That's actually not a bad center. That's actually the best center we've had in a long time. Not gonna resign Kirk Heinrich. I don't think we're gonna do at least David Lee. We're just not resigning Kirk Heinrich. We just let him walk in free agency. That's so smart, team. We just let Kirk Heinrich walk to the Kings. Instead of trading him, you just let him walk. Grant Hill's getting even worse. Mike Miller is on his last year. These guys are on their last 2 years. Um, do I just let him blow it up or no? I think they just let him keep running at the core and see if they can win in the championship, maybe even somewhere else. Because T-Mac's gonna be 32. T-Mac's 30 something. He's 31. Yeah, they're going 32. Like, they're old, but they're, like, still okay. Type old, I guess. We're actually starting the season off pretty alright. We're 5-2. Hopefully that don't change back to a negative record. We're 8-2. We're actually having a solid start. We may be back. Hopefully. Because I just watched them 3 years in a row. It'd be terrible. Not even a good way of terrible either. It was like a bad way of terrible. Like, what were we doing? I'm like watching. I'm like, what are we doing? Our draft picks, most of our centers guys, they even play this year. Like, I don't know. It's just weird, bro. You know what? Like, I got a hot take. I'll say it while I'm here. I don't think Paulo Banchero is the future of the Atlanta match. I think he's not like a bad guy. Obviously, not a bad star. But I think Paulo is more of a third piece than he is a second or like a first. The thing with Paulo is I don't like Paulo that much. He's not a great shooter. He's not that great of a defender. And those are the two things that you kind of be at least okay at. He's not the worst defender in the world, but he's more of a not a great defender. Not a great defender. His stats have been nearly the exact same over the last few years. In fact, it got worse this year. Maybe like he wasn't a star. And we had Jamal Murray, who was a fucking all-star, y'all. Like, come on. We don't disrespect Jamal Murray. I love the guy. But I'll just say Jamal Murray, a point guard, was able to make the all-star team. You could make an argument that LaMelo was a snub this year, though. Like you could make an argument he was a snub. We actually lost a lot of our games. You say, what was that? We lost a lot of games. I feel like it was on purpose. Jay Williams gonna win 6, man. Defensive player year's gonna go. They're hammering down right now. Wow. First round. Yeah. Uh, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm doing that. My fault. Alright, so we're gonna make that a second round. We're gonna face the Cavs. We're gonna beat the Cavs. We're 3-1. I swear to God, this team blows the lead. Oh my God, we're about to blow the lead. 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 Wow. Alright. So we're actually not gonna blow the lead, thankfully. We destroyed them in Game 7. We're in the finals. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5. So we're gonna watch the last NBA championship probably here. I'll try to repeat and get one more, but I don't know if I'll have enough time to get it. We're gonna lose this game. We're at home, so we're probably gonna try to end it at home at least. Actually, a close game, so we're gonna watch. Up by 2. If we win this, we win the championship. So we gotta go watch this. We're gonna watch this, and they got Omar Asp in the league. That was a really good defensive center. That's probably about the only thing I'd give to him. That's great. Except Marbury is going to be getting defended by T-Mac here. T-Mac playing solid defense, and Joe Johnson with the mid-range. It's no good. All right, let's see. Odom for the mid-3. No good. Odom getting fouled. That may be the series. I'm sorry they don't get no clutch shots here. No, they're not going to get it. Your T-Mac guys have won the NBA championship after like 4 years of being terrible. We're probably gonna end it there. Uh, so I'll go off the resumes real quick so y'all get a good understanding, and then we'll leave it at that. So T Mac averaged about 27, 26, 29, 27, 31, 27, 29. So he basically averaged about 30 points per game, 27 points per game per season. So that's a little interesting. So, and T Mac's obviously great in 2K, and so his awards are gonna be this: 5 NBA championships, 10-time All-Star, one first-team All-NBA, 2-time second-team All-NBA, one-team All-Star NBA. This a few years ago. He made a second-team All-Defense. Wow, he actually made a defensive team. Rough, he never ended up winning one. Next up is Tim Duncan. Duncan ended up winning 6 NBA championships. 99, 03, 4, 5, 6, and 2010. 4 MVPs, 6 Finals MVPs, 12-time All-Star. Makes it basically every year. So for 8-time first-team All-NBA, I went to Batters, and 4-time second-team All-NBA, and he made the first. Did not make an All-NBA this year. I don't know how he did it. And his stats are maybe just probably the usual. Yeah, 23, 25, 24, 23, 25, 24, 26. That's about it, basically, and 23. So that's actually a very interesting resume. And last but not least, I know we got him, but we'll go to Grant Hill, because since Grant Hill's kind of careersman. Oh, okay. Grant Hill is going to end up his season averaging 6, so, so yeah, 9, 11, 11, 11, 13, and 14. So they didn't really average 20 like he usually did. Due to injuries, maybe. And also, he's really not great anymore. He has C, D, C. Not great defense. I mean, only good for playmaking, right? Also, that's the end of the video, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye. I'll see you guys next time.